Today, we're going to be talking about cost-effective upgrades for your Dolby Atmos home theater. Let's go.
My name's Zach, and I'm with Dream Media. We've created theaters all around the country, thousands of dedicated theater spaces, as well as flex spaces like you see here behind me. And people always ask, what's next? What's the next big upgrade, right? And if you already have Dolby Atmos, I would say the first place to start is with your acoustics. Check that box off. Honestly, it should have been your number one. When we have customers that come to us and we're doing a system design for a theater, we always include acoustics. It doesn't necessarily have to be acoustic panels, right? So like our dedicated home cinema spaces, we do panels, we can do stretch fabric, we can completely treat that room. But if you have a flex space, you may want to consider some of my other videos where I talk about things like heavy carpet, adding in furnishings, adding in drapery, adding in artwork on the walls. We even have absorption panels that kind of look like artwork, the automated shades, all of the just treating the room the best you can so that it doesn't have horrible resonance is going to directly affect the quality of your audio throughout the space. So number one is acoustics, guys. You can run your calibration all you want, but if you have a bunch of reflections in the space, you're not getting your money's worth. So I would highly recommend you invest in acoustics and calibration. Both those two things go hand in hand. Number two would be subwoofers. If you have a Dolby Atmos configuration and you only have one subwoofer, I would highly recommend upgrading to additional subwoofers. Even my Denon and Marantz AVRs, my consumer level AVRs, now come with 4 independent subwoofer controls. I'm itching to get 2 more in this room, but I only got 2 16s right now, but I want to get a couple more here at the front of the room as well. Having 4 independent sub control versus say 1 is a total game changer. So let me break it down like this, guys. If you have 1 subwoofer right now and you have 2 rows of seating, you know that you have an issue, right? Your front row has a completely different experience from your back row, which is why typically we recommend for 2 rows of seating at least a 7.2.4 Dolby Atmos system, a 7-channel bed layer, 2 subwoofers, and 4 overhead Dolby Atmos speakers. That configuration for 2 rows of seating ensures really solid dispersion of the bass and equal coverage of all frequencies throughout that entire room. Now, the next step is adding in more subs. You've seen our configurations like 9.4.6, 9.6.6. They just keep getting bigger, right? The more speakers you have, the more accurate your reproduction of the sound is and the more realistic and immersive that experience is. So the same thing applies for the subwoofers. You got 1 infrasonic sub, great, but I would rather you have 4 subwoofers. Infrasonic would be great, but just 4 decent quality subwoofers that at least go under 20 hertz, and then we can tune all of those so that the appropriate effects are popping off in the appropriate locations. Prior to us having independent zone control and more advanced programming like Trinnov and Dirac and the new Odyssey with the 4 subwoofers, we would put everything through 1 subwoofer output on the LFE input, and we would basically split that signal to your subwoofers. All 4 of them, they've received the same thing. And then we kind of tune down the gain, adjust the phase, and try to get them decent. Now our calibrations are getting so much better. Like I said, even on these entry-level Denon and Marantzes, we can come in and EQ and put the position of every single subwoofer. So like, say as an example in this room right here, my front right speaker pops off with an effect, or there's an explosion in the front right of the room. Well, I shouldn't hear necessarily bass at the rear of the room, right? It should be an explosive feeling from that specific area in the scene. Now, if there's another one that follows behind it and it transitions to the back of the room, or maybe a helicopter or plane comes over the scene, I better hear all of that as well, but it better transition to the correct subwoofers in the room. So as we get more advanced home theater systems, it becomes more and more important. And once we get into the Trinnov waveforming technology, bass is a whole different animal. We're actually canceling out frequencies and ensuring that we get the absolute best quality sub frequencies that we're looking for. Actually, it's a calibration software almost. We'll make a full dedicated video on the double bass array and waveforming from Trinnov in upcoming episodes. We've also made videos on it and demoed it, premiered it, made videos on it at Cedia with the per listen room, which was like a 1.2 million cinema. So I'm talking about some high-end terminology right now, but we're talking about inexpensive, effective upgrades, right? So like most of you guys probably have a 5.1.2. That is like our most common configuration. When you guys come to us with an entry-level theater and you're like, hey, you know, I want to keep the budget down, but I want quality speakers, typically we'll lean you into a 5.1.2, especially if you only have one row of seating, because that's going to get you into that Dolby Atmos world, get you understanding how immersive it really is. And then again, we can add more subs to it. So if you're that customer that bought a 5.1.2 and you're looking for a little more, I would recommend looking into acoustics if you don't already have them, upgrading or looking into your calibration software, in addition to adding more subwoofers. All right, guys, so we're steaming through this. I hope I'm not being too technical or giving too much detail, but essentially we got acoustics and we got more subwoofers. My third selection is going to be our source, right? If you do not have a quality source, your speakers really don't matter at the end of the day. So say you got like a Roku Fire Stick, like, I don't know, there's so many off-brand things, different ways, smart TV, whatever. You're accessing your apps through a non-premium source, such as an Apple TV 4K or a Kaleidescape. Those are my two favorites. Kaleidescape is number one. If you want lossless audio, reference level video playback, you want the content downloaded to a hard drive and played back in full res, you have no other solution. Kaleidescape is number one, and they have very affordable units now, which is great. They used to be only high-end, so I could consider Kaleidescape kind of cost-effective. But what it's going to give you is every single time you sit down to watch a movie or a TV show or a live concert that they have through the Kaleidescape library, you're guaranteed your playback, your lossless Dolby Atmos audio will play back in full res. So the reason this is important is streaming, as an example. Apple TV 4K is my number 2 pick under this category of upgrades. If you don't have an Apple TV 4K and you're an Apple user, go get one right now. They're amazing. They're only a couple $100, but the dilemma or the problem there that we don't have with Kaleidescape is bandwidth and internet, right? Apple TV, although great, if you have any type of networking or buffering issues, if you have too many devices, if you're getting throttled, if there's any problems, your system suffers, right? You're not going to get that immersive Dolby Atmos experience, or it may just be downgraded. What's crazy with streaming is you don't really know. When you're watching a movie or a TV show, unless you go into the settings and check, it will automatically downgrade your quality without you even knowing. Whereas Kaleidescape, on the other hand, it gives you the details of what you're getting for your money, and you're guaranteed to get it. So pretty cool. All right, Dream Media family, we've reviewed 3 of our 5 cost-effective upgrades for a Dolby Atmos system. To recap, number 1 is acoustics. Number 2 is add more subs. Number 3 is ensure your content is lossless and being played back with quality, right? Number 4 is going to be that processor, right? So maybe you have amplifiers already in place, or maybe you have an AVR. If you're looking to take your configuration to the next level, like say you only have 2 Dolby Atmos speakers and you want to add in more, say 6 or 4, and make the immersion more spread out throughout your ceiling, that is going to require more processing power. If you have a 5.1.2, you know that you have a 7-channel AVR. If you wanted to go up, say 4 more channels, you would need to go to a 9. Actually, no, you need to go to 11-channel AVR. So like a good solution for that would be the Marantz, or let's just stick with Denon. We'll go with the Denon 6800 as an example, or the Denon, one that's really good 15-channel AVR that I'd recommend is the Denon A1H. Talk about a beast of an AVR. I mean, that has everything all in one. But I do want to advise you guys, while we're talking about cost-effective solutions, AVRs are a great cost-effective solution. It has your amplification, your processing, your HDMI switching, everything all in one. But the downside is if you need to go upgrade. Like right now, if you have a 7-channel AVR and you want to go to an 11-channel or 15-channel system, you got to basically just throw away the AVR or sell it to a friend, give it away, whatever, and buy the new one. If you're looking to future-proof yourself down the road, I would highly recommend that you look into separates. I've discussed this extensively on the channel. Separates are going to be a more long-term investment. You can buy the amps to complement your speakers and then upgrade your processor as technology develops. So like as an example, if I wanted to go from a 7-channel to an 11-channel system and I already had my 7 channels amplified and I had a separate processor for it, all I would need is a separate 4-channel amp and then I'd get my 11-channel processor. Or say I already had 11 channels and I just wanted to upgrade to Dolby Atmos' latest format and go from an 11-channel Dolby Digital to a 7.4.6 Dolby Atmos system. You can switch that processor out, but still use all of your amps. So number 4 on my list is upgrade your processor to a more advanced surround sound configuration of Dolby Atmos, adding in 13 channels or 15 channels, giving more immersion and a more realistic effect to your room. All right, guys, so we've covered 4 of the 5. Number 5 is going to be literally just adding more in-ceiling speakers, guys. If you have 2 or you have 4, add in 2 or 4 more. Right now, most of our systems are tapping out at about 6 Dolby Atmos speakers. But if you have a really large room, it becomes more important and you can hear the separation in channel between overhead effects. In my room right here, I got 18-foot tall ceilings and I got, probably a 30-foot long room. I have 6 in-ceiling speakers, front, mids, and heights. Now, if you don't have the space in your ceiling or you're worried about it, keep in mind we not only sell in-ceiling speakers for Dolby Atmos, but we also have elevation speakers, wall-mounted speakers that can just be bolted to your ceiling or to your rafters, and then you can just tack the wires along the wall. You can use like those little sticky things, say you're in an apartment or something. We really have solutions for everybody. But in conclusion, guys, I have given you 5 cost-effective ways to make your Dolby Atmos experience better. We talked about acoustics, we talked about adding more subwoofers, we talked about our content source, Kaleidescape, guys, that makes a huge difference. We talked about our processor, number 4, adding more channels for better, more advanced configurations. And number 5, guys, is just add some more speakers, right? But you can't add those speakers without the processor. If you don't have the source, none of it really matters. If you don't have the acoustics done right, you can spend as much as you want, it's not gonna sound great. If you don't have enough subwoofers, the system won't come together properly. So every single piece makes the system that much better, and it should be notable every step of the way. You guys probably know, if you've been following our channel for a while, that we're obsessed with home theater and audio video smart home technology. Call and pick our brains, guys. We'll just talk to you about, solutions that fit your needs right now. We have customers that have been with us for decades or over a decade. Dream Media has been around now 13 years. I can't even believe it. But we have customers that will reach out, years later and just say like, hey, just want to spice up my room a little bit. And what can we do about that? Well, set a budget. Tell us what you have. Our consultants will throw some ideas at you and we'll try to get you the absolute best bang for your buck. All right, guys, if you want to learn more about home theater or you are building your very own, reach out today and schedule that free consultation. We will tailor a custom package specific to your exact needs and budget. You can also shop online at our online store. I hope that you guys found this video educational and helping you make a buying decision. If you like this video, be sure to give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below for more. Till next time, this is Zach with Dream Media Home Theater. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.